keep an eye on the long-range shooting. These two teams concentrate on defense. They're two of the best defensive teams in the NBA, but they also shoot the threes about as well as anybody around. Three of the 3 and 4 top three-point shooters are here tonight. Marciulionis will come off the bench. Robert Horry, you know about. Here's Williams and that crazy mask. They go right into Mitch Richmond for an easy 2.
Now that's what Mitch Richmond didn't get last game.
Yeah.
Those kind of plays. What the Rockets have got to do is they've got to concentrate on the fact that you cannot afford to allow him inside for 5, 6, 7 layups, get his confidence, and then he takes the outside. And then the turnover situation. The first play of the game, not good.
Richmond will come out. He'll take it down to Brian Grant. Kenny Smith comes over on the double team. That'll be a backcourt violation unless Edney touched it. He must have. Robert Horry is fouled by Walt Williams. Well, look at that.
Robert Horry is not fast, but with those long legs, he can catch the ball as fast as any guard with little tiny fast legs. That ball's going out of bounds, and he just refused not to get him in the basket.
Little tiny fast legs?
Yeah, like mine were.
Over the last 6 games, Robert Horry is 12 of 14 from the free throw line, almost 86%. Has a beautiful shot, doesn't he? Great rotation. Tyus Edney out of UCLA. He was the spark plug for the Bruins' run to the national championship last year. Unfortunately, he did not play in that last game, but he got him there. Mitch Richmond on the drive, and a much more forceful Richmond in this game than we saw Wednesday night.
Last Wednesday night, Mitch Richmond tried to start his offensive thrust from the perimeter, from the outside. What he's done the last couple of times here tonight to get himself involved early is go to the basket.
Well, Richmond is already thinking about maybe making that Dream Team 3, if you will. They're going to add 2 more positions. He's a 2-time All-NBA guard. He was the MVP of the NBA All-Star Game last year, and if he continues at his scoring pace, he'll have about 20 points a game. Kings lead it by 1. Richmond makes it 4.
Now see what happens? He gets some early points going to the basket. He gets his confidence up. There's no pressure to score, and now he's relaxed. He goes to the perimeter.
6 points for Mitch Richmond here early. Just 2 less than he had the entire game in Sacramento. Drexler trying to answer with a 3. Polynice on the run. Richmond couldn't handle that pass. Houston's ball. Richmond going inside. There's no future in that with Horry and Olajuwon underneath, but he drew a foul from Hakeem Olajuwon.
You don't allow a player to go baseline. Olajuwon, who's a shot blocker, made a mistake, and he can cut off that baseline and make Mitch Richmond have to reverse his direction.
I thought Hakeem was going to allow him to come into his web and then block the shot. Richmond is so strong, though. Look at the upper body strength. He really is a guard and kind of a NFL running back at the same time. Look at those shoulders. He can get that shot off. He's so strong in heavy traffic. He is 6'5", and he ties it at 18, and Richmond with 8 points. Robert Horry, beautiful move baseline, just rolled across the iron, wouldn't go. Michael Smith gets it out to Tyus Edney. Rockets, good job of getting back on defense, transition.
If you watch Robert Horry go back in transition, he always knows where the ball is. He keeps those hands up so he can't throw the ball past his ear.
Polynice from about 15.
Yeah.
Robert Horry setting a pick. Cassell trying to drive, picks out Ellie, who picks out Chilcutt from the wing.
Chile. I love when Chile gets his act together with that three-point range shot. You know, he told me, Murph, kids see me on the street and they call me Chili. They don't know my name is Pete Chilcutt.
7 seconds left to play in the quarter. Three-pointer won't go. Under a second to play, Robert Horry throws it the length of the court, and that's the end of the first 12 minutes of this game. What to do is get the Rockets up to speed now, and that's how you do it.
Well, he said more fire too, Bill.
Yep.
You know, you got to be aggressive.
It's just hard, though, Calvin, and here's a whistle away from the ball. And a foul called on Lionel Simmons. It's hard when you beat a team by 40 on a Wednesday and you have to turn around and play them again on a Friday.
Especially if you beat them at their place by 40.
Yeah.
You lose a little fire.
Yeah, it's just tough, and the Rockets will have to find a way to get it done. Down to Mark Bryant. Working on the post, over to Sam. Yes, three-pointer, Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell with 26 points Wednesday night against the Kings, a new season high for
But
Sam.
look what the Kings are doing, Bill, offensively. They've gone big. They've got Marshallonis in the backcourt, along with Mitch Richmond, trying to get Sam Cassell, who gave them fits in Sacramento as a mismatch.
Corliss Williamson, #1 draft choice from Arkansas in the game, and he knocks the ball out of bounds. Actually, Williamson was just trying to foul Mark Bryant, keep him from shooting a layup. And they called him out of bounds off of Williamson. Giving it up now to Drexler. He'll motor in on Lionel. Won't go, and the rebound to Marshallonis. Marshallonis, good three-point shooter. Got to guard that line on him. Inside to Williamson, and he missed the shot going to the basket. Cassell on the run. Rockets have the numbers. Chilcutt on the fly. And the Rockets open up their largest lead of the game, 5 points.
With the lineup that Sacramento has on the floor, they give up a lot defensively because of speed.
Mitch Richmond from the outside for two. Mitch Richmond lighting it up.
Mitch Richmond.
That's 12 points for Richmond. 33-32. Rockets by 1. Clyde Drexler will get a little spacing now. Another nice move, laid it up, and Michael Smith with a block.
That's how you guard Clyde. Everybody run at him. You're not going to stop him one-on-one.
And Chilcutt with a foul.
Houston foul.
Touchy foul.
Chilcutt is first.
First foul on Pete. First team foul on the Rockets. The Kings have one. 8:53 left to play, second quarter. Go down to Williamson again. Big body on the post up, and he puts it up and in. I don't think he's as tall as listed, but he's very effective with that wide body down low. Three! Sam Cassell. They got Williamson listed at 6'7", Calvin. He looks a little closer to 6'5",
yeah,
to me. And trying to work inside will be tough. Here's Lionel Simmons. Oh, nice pass. Richmond for two.
Mitch Richmond.
That Richmond is going to the open spot. He's got 14.
All right, they got to move the ball just a little more now. Sam is taking it personal. He's playing one-on-one a little too much with Mitch.
Richmond for two more. He's got 16 points. Mitch Richmond has come out. He's got twice as many points as he had the entire game Wednesday night in Sacramento. Well, it's tough to wear one of those masks, Calvin. It also hurts your breathing a little bit, doesn't it?
Sure it does.
Of course, the broken nose doesn't help either. Edney on the drive. Somebody swatted it away. Robert Horry is grabbing his hand. And that's a turnover. Houston's ball. Robert, I don't know. Now here's Edney going in, and Robert gets the block right there on the ball. And I think he must have bent one of his fingers back momentarily.
Robert's not one for too much pain now.
Olajuwon, beautiful move. Brian Grant back into the game along with Simmons and Polynice. Edney and Marshallonis in the backcourt. 47-42, Rockets by 5. Grant squaring up on Robert Horry. Bounce pass inside to Simmons, and Drexler goes for the steal. And a foul is called on Clyde, a one-shot foul. That's the third foul on Clyde Drexler?
Yes, it is.
His third personal. Second team foul, 52. Chucky Brown returns in for the Clyde.
So Clyde will sit down, and Marciulionis will shoot from the corner. Rooney, they like to call him, Sharunas Marciulionis. Lithuanian from that basketball-crazy country. Sam Cassell taking it. Edney with a steal. At the baseline, Edney, see how quick he is. He's all the way back up to the free throw line. 15-footer, missed it. Robert Horry clears the rebound. 47-44, Rockets. Trying to get their spacing, clear that middle. Olajuwon pops it over Polynice. Hakeem now starting to warm to the occasion. He has 14 points.
Polynice is starting to get tired. You know, it takes a lot of effort to try to body up with somebody all the time.
Sacramento wants to call a timeout. Cassell coming off a pick. Picks out Mario Ellie, and he returns the favor with a
Boy, that was
three-pointer.
picture-perfect play. Two-man game, set the pick, roll across the middle, set the down pick. Mario Ellie comes off. He gets plenty of time for the three and scores.
Pretty to watch that play run that well, isn't it?
Ooh, that was ugly. Ugly good. I mean,
Yeah, that's right. Polynice misses.
now there's the
Brown.
Polynice I've come accustomed to knowing and loving. I hope you didn't hear me say that.
He will. Pass in the back door to Chucky Brown, knocked out of bounds by Brian Grant. So Mitch Richmond and Walt Williams will check back in.
For Lionel Simmons and Marciulionis.
Marciulionis and Simmons go out of the game. 1:41 left to play in the first half. Robert Horry drops it down to Olajuwon, working on Polynice. Little fall away step for two more. Hakeem has 8 of the last 10 by Houston. He's got 16 for the game. 54-47 Rockets. Williams, nice pass, Polynice. He's fouled by Sam Cassell.
Good foul. Put Polynice on the line.
The Kings shoot 74% from the free throw line, but Polynice only 61%.
Now, they have a nice little two-man game themselves, but Sam Cassell slides over. He didn't have any fouls at all. So making Polynice prove himself on the line is not a bad idea. But wouldn't you know it?
Well, he gets one, but he's 61%, so the odds are he'll miss the second.
And he's having a good year.
He is having a good year. You know what? If you look at his numbers, Polynice is doing exactly what they want him to do. He's not flashy. He doesn't score a lot of points. He's scoring 11 a game, but he's rebounding at over 8 rebounds a game, and that's what the Kings need. Good, steady player. He'll get you the double-double most every time out. He gets both free throws, 54-49. Down to Olajuwon inside. He's been hot, and he won't stay that way. Richmond gets it back over to Edney. Tyus Edney. Grant for the slam. Brian Grant finally comes alive. That's his first basket of the game. He got in foul trouble early. Can't
Tell
shake
you
him.
what, he's going to be some kind of a player, Bill, in the future. He's a player now, but as soon as he gets his feet wet where he knows what he's doing all the time.
King danced it through the middle, and a foul was whistled on the Kings.
That should be 2 shots.
That's Brian Grant. That's his third foul of the game, and the first foul on the Kings in the last 2 minutes. So both teams now are in the penalty for the final 35 seconds. Rockets will have to take it out on the side. So Michael Smith will come back in. Grant just hasn't been able to get going tonight. He's been in foul trouble since the opening tap. Robert Horry dropping it down to Hakeem. Hakeem surveys the situation. Beautiful pass to Cassell, and Sam puts it up for 2.
I love it when they move that ball like that.
Sam Cassell off the bench with 13 tonight. 5-point Houston lead. They can take just about the final shot. It's about a second difference. Shot clock and game clock. 8 seconds. Down to 5. And Richmond had the ball knocked out of bounds. I think Rudy thought it was off Mitch Richmond. But nobody on the Rockets arguing. Now, 3 seconds on the shot clock, 4.5 seconds on the game clock. So there's about a 1.5 second difference. That's the game clock. There's the shot clock on the left. Good trap on Richmond. He got through it. Passes off. Polynice did not get it off in time. He did not get it off in time. So a 1.5 seconds will be left. That's like the old Globetrotter play. When you hand it to the guy, he dribbles the length of the court and boom.
Somebody pushes the button.
Yeah, the buzzer goes off before the shot does. Here it is right here. He goes up, boom. Wish we'd have had these officials in Portland.
I'm telling you.
If he shot that in Portland, it would have counted. Becky Brown throws it to Polynice, and 1 second left. Okay, they want to take off 0.5 seconds, so it'll be 0.3 seconds, which means nothing can happen. You'd have to throw it at the basket and have it tipped in. Now, 20-second timeout taken by Rudy.
Sorry. Oh.
Olajuwon turns, fires, yes! Obviously, they're going to Olajuwon.
Fool me.
51, Rockets lead it now by 9, so they get on the board early. Robert Horry has 10 points. Mitch Richmond had a big first half. Grant takes it inside. That baseline passes are dangerous. Polynice puts it up, and the Rockets got the man they wanted to shoot it. Get it out of Richmond's hands into Polynice.
You notice that their defensive intensity has come up a level or two?
Clyde on the drive, misses. Walt Williams drops it down to Brian Grant for 2. Seven-point Houston lead. Kenny Smith did not score in the first half.
That's right. And he needs to get involved in this game. If you're not attempting any shots, you're letting the defense rest that has to guard you.
Drexler feeds it into Olajuwon. He's fouled going up by Polynice. Well, no, they're going to call it on Walt Williams coming from the other side. Polynice was shaking his head as if, oh no, I picked up the foul. And then Walt Williams was unhappy. So Williams picks up his 3rd foul. Grant has 3. Polynice has 2. And Corbin has 3. Team is 5 of 7 from the line. Robert Horry 6 of 6. So they've done a pretty good job, as you see by those stats, of keeping Akeem off the boards. He had 15 rebounds Wednesday night against Sacramento, but he has only 3 so far tonight. In fact, Robert Horry leads Houston with 4. Guess when you shoot 60%, there aren't a lot of rebounds.
No, I was going to say the same thing, Bill.
From the outside, Walt Williams with a miss. That mask has got to be bothering him. Robert Horry was streaking to the other end. He wanted the ball. Kenny Smith will stop from the three-point line. Kenny says, let me get going.
Yeah, let me get involved now. I distributed the ball enough. It's time to let people know that I still have what they call a jumper.
Kenny Smith got inside the three-point line for a 2, so it's 64-53. Rockets by 9 again. And that's off the knee of Richmond. Well, those bounce passes, sometimes when you're that close to a guy,
they're dangerous.
Yeah, they get
bounce
right down his
passes
feet.
Are dangerous anyway because they have a tendency to have a skid to them.
Yeah, never liked them, especially the tall people. Drexler on the drive again, floats it up for 2, and he's fouled. Clyde Drexler. Yeah, that's vintage Clyde.
Uh-oh. You know what happens when you open a can of worms? All the worms come out.
Yeah, right on you.
Right on you. There's the vintage Clyde you talked about. You know, it baffles me how someone can go to the basket and on the way down finger roll it. Most finger rolls got to go on the way up.
Well, that's because they come down in a hurry. Clyde stays up a little while longer than most people.
Check out the sneakers. They've got to have some wings.
Well, he's got little parachutes on. I figured it out.
Uh-oh. When he released that, that was a throw.
So he's missed a couple of free throws tonight, very uncharacteristic. And so far in this quarter, the Rockets have outscored the Kings 8-2, and Gary St. Jean will call a timeout. 9:47 left in the quarter. 68-53. Polynice fell down. Oh, they're calling a trip on Clyde Drexler. 4 fouls on Clyde.
You can't win for losing in a situation like that.
Well, Greg Willard was just heard to say he couldn't call traveling since he fell down with a trip. So Richmond puts it up and misses, and here's Clyde on the run. Drexler goes to his left, back outside to Robert Horry. Robert wants Akeem. Akeem pushed in the back by Polynice.
I didn't touch him.
I don't think you can get by with that one.
I didn't touch him. He's faking.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it.
Polynice said, I don't want you going back to the right. I want you going to the left. Third team foul on the Kings. Kenny Smith from way downtown missed it.
Good shot. Anytime Kenny can get himself clear to get involved in the offense, I say take it. But then again, I don't have it.
Well, you know, you never saw a red light. You had the green light all the time.
True.
From the outside, Brian
Even
Grant.
there was a red light. I painted it green.
Yeah, that's right. You were colorblind. 68-55 Rockets. Robert Horry, a little fall away. Off Williams, tipped up by Chucky Brown. Loose ball foul called on Chucky Brown.
Loose ball foul is going to Houston.
That's the first foul of the game on Chucky Brown. Second team's foul on Houston. Kings trying to hang in here. If they could get a basket here, that might help them a little bit. The Rockets were threatening to run off and leave them. Outside to Williams. Williams puts up a three-pointer. Walt Williams. And Williams knocks it out of bounds.
17. Returns for the Rockets.
Mario Ellie.
For Clyde Drexler, Clyde has 3. They don't want to Clyde. Clyde has 4. They don't want to Clyde his 5th foul here with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. And hopefully this game won't get down to where they're going to need Clyde offensive ability, but you can never tell.
Just when Clyde was getting going.
Well, I tell you, that's tough too. I've had a couple of nights like that. You get that engine all revved up and all of a sudden it stalls.
Robert Horry drives his way. Nice pass, Chucky Brown for 2. Robert Horry might have had a dunk shot, passed it up for the easy 2 that he knew Chucky Brown had.
They don't care who scores.
No, that's right. Most unselfish team in basketball. And they're back-to-back world champions. Polynice traveled.
And 3 seconds.
All the way down court to Akeem. He had to stretch all the way to about 7'5" to get it. Baseline move. Robert Horry goes up, and he's fouled by Walt Williams. Oh, what a pass by Akeem. Robert Horry this time was the receiver rather than the passer. Oh, great pass. Great pass. You know, I think at this time in Akeem's career now, he gets as big a thrill. Did you see the look on his face? He gets as big a thrill out of a great pass like that to set up a basket.
Sure he does. Now, I'm going to have to talk about the Rockets' free throw shooting here in a second, Bill, because their concentration level is down. They've proven the other night when they're tuned in, when they're zeroed in, when they have their game face on, they shoot better free throws.
Well, as a team, the Rockets shoot about 76% from the free throw line. But tonight they're shooting only 65% from the line, 17 of 26. Good defense by Houston, 9 on the shot clock. Richmond traveling. That Houston defense has picked up noticeably here in the third.
Well, what they've simply done is cut off all of the seams. They've packed it in. They're going to make the Kings have to shoot over the top, and then they're going to allow them one shot so they can get a run at the basket.
Robert Horry on a 3. No, it went in and came out. Boy, every one he shoots looks makeable, doesn't it?
because the shot is so soft with perfect rotation.
Tyus Edney backs outside. Grant trying to force it inside, threw it away.
Now, Kenny Smith did an excellent job cutting off that driving lane where he had to try to throw the ball to the opposite side of the floor and threw it away. Let's watch it. As he makes his move, Kenny Smith drops in. Now he has no place to go. He tried to get it inside one step earlier than what he wanted to do. That's great defense on the part of Kenny.
Spinning inside Olajuwon and playing the passing lane was Mitch Richmond. Mario gets back on defense. Brian Grant floats it up for two. So the Kings hanging in the game, down by 11. Team working on Polynice, spins inside, traveling is called on the Dream. 5:45 left to play, third quarter. Rockets 71, Kings 60.
Patience, ball movement, inside out, top of the key, weak side, reposition inside, take it back in, one-on-one. See how easy I said that now. Basketball is that simple. They wouldn't have no need for me analyzing the game.
Yeah, it's called execution. That's what you have to do in this game. And Robert Horry called for the foul. He knocked the ball down off the knee of Williams, who kicked it out of bounds.
That's unfortunate. That's good defense. But it goes to tell you what we talked about all the time. When you reach in, they're going to call it regardless.
Well, again, the call by the official in the back of the play, and that's what's unfortunate, because the guy in the back can't see that. Really, he sees the reach, but he doesn't see the contact.
But what he did, he gave them two unearned points. If I was an official, I'd have the biggest rabbit ears. I'd hear everything said from the stand.
You wouldn't last but about a week.
Oh no!
You try to beat up all the players, all the coaches, all the fans. 71-62. Robert Horry with a three. It's going to be short. Chucky Brown, good rebound. New 24 for Houston. Now to Olajuwon in the post. Rockets give him the spacing. Double team comes over, floats it up, missed it. Chucky Brown tips it out of bounds.
The problem the Rockets are having right now offensively, they're not getting the kind of shots that they are accustomed to, the kind of shots they want. They're settling for, the shot that is a little spectacular, but they're not scoring on the last 3 or 4 possessions.
Mitch Richmond, boy, when he gets that good release, he's deadly. And Richmond with 2 more. Now the Kings are back in it. Yeah, they're down by 7. We're down by 13. Olajuwon spinning to the baseline, back the other way. Robert Horry gets the ball from the outside and missed it. 4:34 left. And traveling on Brian Grant. Been a frustrating night for young Mr. Grant. He has 8 points.
His game is inside, Bill. If you take him out around the 13-15 area, he's trying to work his way back where he's comfortable, and this is where he's had the turnovers.
Right now, the Kings are on an 8-0 run. Rockets need a basket. Mario goes to the hoop, loses the ball. Out to Mitch Richmond. Kenny Smith getting back. Pass to Walt Williams for 2.
Timeout time.
And now another streak. The Kings have run off 10 points in a row. Rudy calls a timeout. And now trail by only 5 points. Rockets desperately in search of a basket. So they go to the Dream, but a double team comes over. They swing it back to his side again. Olajuwon covered by 3 Kings before he can get it out of bounds. Let's go to Lisa.
Well, Bill, in that last timeout, Rudy told his players they have to start moving the ball. The Kings are going after the Rockets' first option, so if they move the ball, they should have an open shot. Bill?
There's Kenny Smith. He misses. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Kings, and the Rockets get a break. They'll get a new shot clock, 24 seconds.
The Kings are switching everything defensively now, Bill. They're keeping the Rockets in front of them. And so the Rockets have got to recognize this, and what they've got to simply do is not allow themselves to get caught up in taking the first shot going to the basket, because they're running into players.
Olajuwon gets him on his hip, takes it up. Basket was blocked by Polynice. The Rockets won goaltending. A foul was whistled. Foul called on Polynice. 2 shots for Hakeem.
Number 0 on Polynice, his 4th. 15th foul against the Kings are over the limit. Rockets in the penalty.
That is the 5th team foul now on the Kings. So they're over the limit. The Rockets will shoot.
And that's the 4th one on Polynice.
Yep.
And that's a big foul because Polynice is the key to their defense.
Yep.
They want him to keep pushing Olajuwon out, making Olajuwon work for his shot. Now, he's not going to stop Olajuwon, but if he can make Olajuwon use up some seconds on their shot clock, he's doing his job.
Hakeem with 22 points. Polynice with 10 rebounds. Brian Grant's really the better shot blocker of the two inside. They're tough on that D. There's Richmond coming off a pick. Olajuwon flashed out, but Richmond got the basket anyway. Mitch Richmond with 20 points. 73-68. Houston leading by 5. Hakeem now works it inside again. Right back out. Kenny Smith got a hit. Went in and came out. Now the Kings are giving Houston that shot, but you're going to have to hit it.
That's exactly right, Bill.
And
they're only giving the Rockets 1 shot.
Brian Grant, tough shot. Good defense. Robert Horry over to Hakeem. Hakeem spinning inside.
Polynice bumped, but he had to back off.
Yeah.
Because of the 4th foul. Go back in that direction. Make Polynice have to commit himself, pick up the 5th foul, or Olajuwon, with his moves underneath, can take that lead back up for the Rockets.
They want to take it down to Brian Grant now, back outside. Walt Williams with a 3, missed it. Olajuwon goes for the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Grant. Houston's ball. Mark Bryant and Sam Cassell now will check in for Houston. Chucky Brown and Kenny Smith will go out.
Wholesale substitution for the Kings.
Well, they're going to have Polynice come out now because he doesn't want to pick up number 5. No, he went to the bench area and then came back out.
Well, the official says they all can't come in, so they had to wait.
They didn't report in time. Dwayne Coswell, the backup center, 7-footer, is preparing to check in along with Michael Smith. 75-68 Houston. And Sam throws it away. He and Hakeem did not make contact. So Polynice and Williams will check out. Now you lose Grant will check out. And you still keep your size with Coswell, but Coswell is not as good a defender.
No, he's foul prone, Bill.
As Polynice. You lose a little offensively with Smith, but he's tough on the board. 7-point Houston lead. Richmond coming off that pick. Nice pass. Robert Horry came over from the weak side. Got the steal up ahead. Robert Horry was the man. He did the dirty work down in defense.
They tried to intentionally foul him too, and he still got the ball away.
There's Ellie all over Richmond, making him pass. Almost a turnover. Richmond floats it up. Boy, is he tough. That ball was knocked away back into the hands of Richmond, and he went and put it back up. 77-70. Rockets lead by 7. 1:28 left to play, 3rd quarter. Mario with a 3. Robert Horry, offensive rebound, back out to Hakeem from 16.
You know, you talk so much about Robert Horry. He's doing the dirty work tonight. He's not being the star per se. He's making everybody else look good this evening.
He's leading Houston in rebounding with 6. Edney with a miss. Loose ball foul, Dwayne Coswell. Yeah, Robert Horry, listen to this. He's got 11 points, 3 steals, 5 assists, 6 rebounds.
That's not bad.
No, that's just getting it done.
And who's he guarding? Williams is having a hard time tonight. He only has 2 for 6 and a couple of foul shots for 7 points.
So with a loose ball foul, it'll put Houston at the line. Robert Horry casually goes and does what I used to do all the time, just pull that net down.
The net on what? The tennis court?
Yes, as a matter of fact. You don't have to be a smart you-know-what either. Pete Chilcutt will check in. And Hakeem will get a little breather with the final 1:04 of this quarter. Robert Horry, 13 points, 7 rebounds. 81-70, Rockets lead back to 11. Edney, alley-oop to Michael Smith. You could see that coming.
Yeah, we could because we had the angle.
Yeah. Sam now will try to get 2 shots for the Rockets to 1 for the Kings.
Sam outsmarted himself on that particular move. He was wide open.
Chilcutt throws it away. Robert Horry steals it back. No look pass to Bryant. He puts it up for 2. Robert Horry again.
He's been watching the Wiz kids, Bill.
23 seconds left. 83-72, an 11-point Houston lead. Williams driving to the left, and a foul is called on Robert Horry. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Only, let's see, the 4th team foul on the Rockets, but Williams was shooting. They call him the Wizard. What is he? He looks like that Richard Chamberlain movie where he used to wear that mask.
You got me. That must be one of those 1930s films that.
No. Not the Count of Monte Cristo, but something like that.
The Count of what? That sounds like Sesame Street to me as far as
83-73.
Well, I'm only teasing. I know
8
that
seconds left.
that you're only 57.
Cassell on the drive. Put it up, missed it. Getting it out to Edney. 2 seconds, 1 second. Richmond on the drive. Got it off in time, but it did not go in. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Robert Horry limping off the court. We hope he's all right because he's been doing a little bit of everything tonight for Houston. 83-73, Rockets by 10. Lionel Simmons will open up. Drexler will be on him. They'll go to Richmond. Mario Ellie staying on Mitch Richmond. Double team comes over. They'll swing the ball around. Marciulionis, good jumper for 2.
That was too easy on the weak side. The weak side defense got caught peeking. Marciulionis faked in towards the basket, came around. A nice pick was set. He got himself too good of a look.
Calvin, Robert Horry's limping noticeably now. And he looks like he can't run, and 3 seconds is called on Houston. And Robert is motioning to the bench like he wants to come out of the game. Let's go to Lisa.
Well, Bill, I just talked to Robert. In that last huddle, he said he was okay, but now he's motioning to come out. He's got recurring tendonitis in that right knee. Obviously, it's giving him some trouble tonight. Bill?
Mitch Richmond with a jumper inside. So 2 quick baskets by the Kings to start the 4th quarter. 83-77, a 6-point lead. Backdoor play, and Clyde runs it down. Didn't have a chance at the basket. By Drexler from the outside. 3-pointer for the Glide. Oh boy, what a big basket. And usually that man shoots it for Houston, Clyde Drexler. He's got 86-77 now. 9-point Houston lead. Richmond and Ellie outside. Little turnaround for 2 more. Mitch Richmond, big game tonight. 24 points. Over to Drexler on the drive, and he's fouled by Drexler. Well, he got a 3-pointer from behind the arc, and now he'll get one the old-fashioned way.
They caught the Kings sleeping somewhat in transition. They were kind of loafing back. They lost sight of the ball. Clyde Drexler took advantage of that by getting down early and calling for the pass.
6 quick points from Drexler, and it's 89-79. Rockets by 10. And Ray Melchiori now attending to Robert Horry on the bench. Passing it inside to Richmond. Quick basket.
Mitch Richmond.
They're going to have to give some help. He's tough. He and Drexler exchanging baskets. Clyde from behind the 3-point line. He tried to keep the hot hand, and this time he missed. Simmons will bring it up. And a steal by Drexler. Oh, is he big time. There's always something. They've held him down for almost 3 quarters, and now he's busting out.
A star, the meaning of a star is simply that you'll do whatever it takes, Bill,
Yep.
in order to make your team keep going until your strong suit comes to where you're normally accustomed to it. In Clyde's case, obviously, it's a shooting touch.
Drexler pops out, looking down to Akeem Olajuwon. He'll work on Dwayne Coswell. Able to hold his balance. Pass into Sam Cassell. Went up for the layup. Missed it. Here's Richmond up to Marciulionis. Goes to the basket and draws the foul. Gets the bucket. Sharunas Marciulionis. Foul was on Mario Ellie. Boy, this is a tough hombre, this Sharunas Marciulionis. Big, strong.
Now,
won a gold medal, remember, with the Soviet team in '88 when they beat the U.S. Olympic team.
He really lost a step. He had those injuries. He's still a competitor, but he had one of the best first steps in the game.
Yes, he did.
Before he got hurt.
89-84, Rockets lead down to 5. Team wants to square up on Coswell. And a foul. Coswell put both hands on him. That's a no-no. That's the second foul on Coswell. Third team foul. Let's get an injury update on Robert Horry.
Thanks, Bill. I talked to the Rockets team doctors who told me, as I said before, that it's just recurring tendinitis. He will be just fine. It is aching. He hurt it while he pushed off, but he will be fine. They will ice it after the game. That's it. Bill?
Okay, thanks, Lisa. Here's a jump hook by Olajuwon, a little too strong. Tipped out by Bryant into the hands of Mitch Richmond. Richmond beating Cassell up the court. Great play by Mario Ellie, but he's called for the foul. And Mitch Richmond, who is an 86% free throw shooter, will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's unfortunate that Mario Ellie was called for the foul. That was great transition defense.
Mitch Richmond, over his average of 19 a game, he's got 28 points tonight. His season high is 32.
It's interesting that we have not seen Bobby Hurley to this point yet. He normally comes in and gives them 7-8 minutes in relief of Edwards.
Well, they've been able to go big now with Marciulionis, Richmond, and Simmons. That's a pretty big backcourt or a small forward. They swing it around. And Richmond gets 1 out of 2. 89-85, a 4-point Houston lead. Drexler on the drive, threw it up there, got the whistle. He'll shoot 2. And the foul is called on Lionel Simmons. 91-85. Drexler having an 8-point quarter so far. He has 11 for the game.
The Rockets have got to put together a couple of defensive stops.
Going down to Richmond. Threw it up, missed it. Coswell tipped it, puts it up for 2. Boy, Richmond did a pretty good job of getting back in from out of bounds. That ball was tipped to him. He kept the ball alive, and so did the Kings.
That's a 4-point game.
Back out to Mario, gets around Marciulionis. Oh, good floating one-hander by Mario Ellie. Right back the other way to Richmond.
Marciulionis is standing open, wanting the ball. They've got to get caught. He wants to shoot it.
Marciulionis on the drive, try to pass it through a bunch of arms, and getting it back outside. A 2-pointer for Mitch Richmond. Boy, you better not let him go anywhere. That's 31 points for Richmond. 93-89. Clyde going to his left, spinning all the way outside, and a foul is whistled on Simmons.
And it's penalty time.
It's time now to announce tonight's Texas Lottery 100-point jackpot contestant. It's Cesar Longoria of Houston, Texas. If the Rockets score 100 points or more, then Cesar will win the jackpot of 100 scratch-off tickets. Good luck. Clyde will have 1 plus the penalty. The Rockets have 2 team fouls, so they still have a couple to give. And Clyde misses. Rockets have missed 10 free throws tonight. 24 of 34 for Houston. So he gets 1 out of 2. 5-point Houston lead. Rockets trying to hold on. Going to Richmond. He's been red hot. Double team comes over. They'll swing it to the weak side to Marciulionis. That gave Houston time to react. Barcelona's in the air. Drexler with a steal. Keeps the dribble alive, and a foul on Simmons.
That's a breakaway. Well, they're the penalty anyway.
That's right. Clear path to the basket for Drexler. Puts up both arms. Barcelona's got in trouble, didn't he?
Yes. First of all, you never leave the ground unless you're going to shoot it. Great defense in front. He tried to change up in midstream. Clyde played that passing lane and was able to come up with a big steal. And that was a big steal for the Rockets, Bill.
Well, it was, because the Kings have made a 35-point improvement over Wednesday night's game.
35%.
No, yeah, well, point improvement. They got beat by 40. They were down by 5. Now it's 7. 96-89. Clyde Drexler has 11 points in this quarter. Richmond on the drive. Tough shot, tipped up and in by Dwayne Coswell, a big 7-footer, and he's making his presence felt here in the fourth quarter. In this quarter, Sacramento has outscored Houston 18-13. Richmond has 9 of the 18 for the Kings. Clyde has 11 of the 13 for Houston. Cassell goes around that pick by Olajuwon. Throws it right to Marciulionis. Fast break King. Simmons drops it off for Michael Smith for the slam, and he's fouled by Mario Elie.
That was telegraphed. I saw that coming. I called before Sam threw that ball. Marciulionis wasn't guarding anybody. So if he's not guarding anybody, he's playing the passing lane or he's zoning it. When you're throwing the ball, you want to watch the defense. You don't want to just see where your man is. Not only that, Sam was able to turn that corner so well. I thought he had a nice little 14-foot jump shot there in front of the foul line.
49% free throw shooter. Marciulionis gets the long rebound. Richmond shoots it up.
That's now a game, Bill.
And it's a 2-pointer, and it's 96-95. Rockets by 1.
It is now a game.
Down to Akeem. He'll work on Coswell. Takes it to the middle. Spins one way, back the other, has the ball blocked. Quickly back to Marciulionis. Ball deflected out of bounds by Houston. 6:15 left to play. Rockets holding on to a slim 1-point lead. The Kings with the ball. Richmond having a 11-point quarter right now. Marciulionis out front. Going left on the drive. Over his shoulder. Cassell with a steal. Sam with a steal. They get it back to Smith. Ball pops out of bounds, and it belongs to the Kings with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. 6:02 left in the game. 4 seconds on the shot possession. Well, I've got to get it to number 2. I've got to get it to Richmond.
Mitch.
There he is. Elliott all over him. Shoots it on the run. Missed it. Great defense, Houston. Here's Cassell the other way. Rockets were...
There's the foul right there.
And Coswell grabbed him. Now the advantage that Houston has, they got the Kings in that penalty situation early.
Olajuwon is arguing with the official right now, Bill. He needs to concentrate, go to that line, get his mind set on making 2 free throws. He can't worry about a foul that's already gone.
Yeah,
it's
over.
That he goes to the line. It's over with.
Concentrate on the free throws. You're right. Team with 26. I'll tell you, Simmons has 4 fouls, Coswell with 3, Smith with 3, Michael Smith, Polynice with 4, Williams with 4. They have really used up a lot of fouls guarding this man. Here you got 27 points, 5 rebounds. And he gets only 1 out of 2. 97-95 Rockets.
The tail of this game right now, Bill, so far at the free throw line.
Missed 12. The crowd yelling defense. Mitch Richmond, boom. 3-pointer.
Oh, there's the big one. They go up by a point now, Bill.
The Kings have finally gotten the lead. They have come back from 13 points down and lead it 98-97.
And that's 36 points from Mitch Richmond.
Yep, he's just absolutely on fire. And, of course, that's a new season high. His previous was 32 points. His career high is 47. Rockets go to Olajuwon, spinning on the baseline, and a foul is called on Coswell. He's just not quite quick enough to stay with Akeem, and that's his 4th foul. He's trying to get some help, but they can't get over quick enough.
It's important. It's interesting you talked about him not being able to get over quick enough there. So that means the Rockets are doing a fairly decent job with spacing because it's a longer distance to come over and help if you keep them wide.
Free throws in a game like this could decide it. The Rockets have had 22 more free throws than the Kings.
22 more free throws.
More free throws, but they have missed 12. Kings are 14 of 18 from the free throw line. Rockets 29 of 40. All right, Bryant will come out. Chucky Brown back in. He got them both. And the Rockets go back on top, 99-98. And we are not quite at 5 minutes left to play yet.
Well, this is a defensive game from here on in, Bill.
Marciulionis drives to the right side. Olajuwon with a steal. Marciulionis knocked it back the other way. The ball goes and a foul is called. Boy, Marciulionis is so strong. Did you see him reach in there and knock that ball back outside again?
That wasn't a very bad quick step either he had there going to the basket. He got inside. As everybody scrambles right now, this is where Mitch Richmond becomes a garbage man, and he has done it from all angles on the floor.
Chucky Brown gets the foul, and Richmond will get a 3. No, he won't. He gets only 2 out of it. Boy, he is an 80% free throw shooter. He's missed a couple here in this quarter. That's about the only thing he's missed. He's got 38 for the game. 199. Kings by 1. Drexler looking to drive. Now a double team comes over. Mario swings it over to Akeem. He spins one way on Coswell. Olajuwon releases, rims it out, won't go. Richmond is fouled by Sam Cassell.
Now that puts them in the penalty. You didn't want to necessarily reach to that particular play there. They didn't need a spectacular play. All they needed was honest defense. Get back in transition, make them beat you over the top. Now there's no way that Sam Cassell is going to steal this ball here, reaching in that way.
No. And Mitch Richmond with a chance to give his team a bigger lead. Richmond has their last 7 points, make it 8. 39 points for Mitch Richmond, and he's closing in on his career high of 47. Richmond has 40 points. What a performance by Mitch Richmond. 102-99, Rockets down by 3, and now this is close to the largest lead of the game by the Kings. Look at him coming to Olajuwon. Everybody. Ellie on the drive, high off the glass, won't go. Coswell with a rebound.
Patience. Smart defensive plays. Keep him off the foul line. Keep him out on the perimeter. They're getting inside entirely too much.
Ball knocked away, and Cassell called a timeout. Rockets will get the ball. I think they got a 20 if they want it, and Houston will take a 20-second timeout. Sam Cassell found the referee and called a 20-second timeout as he was falling out of bounds. 102-99. Rockets desperately in need of a basket. Drexler pops out, takes it down to Olajuwon. He'll take it to the middle. Good strong move for 2. Boy, that move had a purpose. 31 points for the Dream.
Go back in that direction, but spread it out. Spread the floor.
102-101. Sacramento. Back to Mitch Richmond again. He'll put up a 3-pointer.
Oh, he's feeling it now.
Oh, man.
Yeah, see, it's
big time.
Bar the door. Kate even got mad.
43 points for Mitch Richmond. 105-100, 4-point lead for the Kings. Back to Olajuwon again. Takes it inside. Got it to go. And that's 33 for the Dream. What an exhibition we're seeing here from 2 guys who may be on Dream Team 3 in Atlanta. We're talking about Olajuwon, who's already on the team, and Richmond, who should be. Richmond again from the outside. Rims it out. And a foul is called on Clyde Drexler. That's 5 on Drexler, but more importantly, it's 2 free throws for Richmond.
In this building, Bill.
He is an 86% free throw shooter. Well, there just isn't too much that young man has missed here tonight. It's 3 for 4 from the three-point line. And he gets 2 free throws and a 4-point lead by the Kings. Still plenty of time, 2:45 left to play.
This is where the Rockets would have an advantage if Robert Horry was on the floor because of his three-point shooting accuracy. If they don't guard him, he can get that shot. If they do, that opens up the inside.
Plus all the other little things he does defensively. But you're right, they do miss his range from the outside. There's Olajuwon. Taking it to the middle, has it knocked away by Simmons. There are too many Kings around him.
He's got to get rid of the ball.
Surrounded. 107-103. Looking for you-know-who. Richmond, double team. Marciulionis loses it. Knocked away by Cassell. Good defense. Marciulionis on the drive. Gives it up to Coswell. Gets it back. Coswell loses the ball underneath. Back out to Richmond for a 3. He missed finally. Mario Ellie quickly up. 2 minutes left. Sam Cassell will set it up. Rockets trail by 4.
And the Rockets need a good three-point guard.
Clyde back out to Mario on the drive. And he's tied up by Marciulionis.
That's a strong young man, Bill.
Boy, I'm telling you, it's like somebody nailed Mario's feet to the floor.
You got to remember, he's left-handed, too. So Mario went into his strong suit.
All right, Brian Grant now comes in for Coswell. I thought Coswell did a heck of a job for him. He battled.
He certainly did. He battled Olajuwon.
Yes, he did.
He caused Olajuwon to lose a little bit of his rhythm. But he had such great support from his teammates playing those passing lanes where Olajuwon had a hard time trying to find someone to get the ball to.
Got a couple of tip-ins. Kept the ball alive on several occasions. Now Marciulionis. This is a big tip here for Marciulionis and Ellie.
Mario Ellie should get this easily.
But Richmond loses the ball, but he throws it in to Marciulionis. Olajuwon goes for the steal and knocks it out of bounds.
Here comes the biggest shot of the game.
Well, the biggest possession. Yep.
The biggest possession of the week.
1:39 left to play. The Rockets are trailing by 4.
Mitch Richmond is coming off.
Over to Marciulionis. Drexler now has switched out on Richmond. Marciulionis will fire up a 3. Missed it. Ellie with a rebound.
Boy, great defense on the part of the Rockets, just simply keeping the ball out of Mitch Richmond's hands.
Got to have a basket here. Sam Cassell takes it to Olajuwon. They're running at him. That leaves Ellie open from the three-point line. On the drive, floats it up. Missed it. Tipped up and in by Hakeem. Oh, what a big tip in. And Olajuwon brings the Rockets within 2 points. And the Kings call a timeout. All right, here we go. Final minute and 4 seconds. And again, another big time possession for both teams. Drexler will be on Richmond. Ellie will match up with Simmons. Steal by Drexler. And he stepped on the line. Oh boy, Clyde saw that coming.
Well, the key to the defense for both teams tonight is simply to play the passing lanes. The players are very comfortable passing the ball when they don't see anybody being guarded, so you're playing possum defensively.
15 seconds left on the shot clock. 54 seconds left in the game. Looking for Richmond.
Switch on him. There you go.
Marciulionis is open, three-point line. He got it. They both ran off and left Marciulionis wide open. And he is having a terrific season from behind the three-point line. Marciulionis is shooting 50% of his three-pointers this season, and he canned one there. Well, Robert Horry has to sit and watch tonight. Richmond with 45 points. Over to Cassell. 40 seconds left. Clyde Drexler drops it down. Olajuwon, quick move to the basket. That's 2 of the 5. Rockets trail by 3. Knocked out of bounds by Drexler.
Have to get someone else though. An easy shot.
They bring it in to Edney. Cassell all over him. Gives it up to Marciulionis. Double team. Edney in the open court, and he is fouled by Chucky Brown. Edney, in case you're wondering, is a 73% free throw shooter.
There's the penetration that worried me when they brought him back in the game. They spread the floor. He gets it. He goes. The first thing he does is go right to the basket.
2 big free throws for Tyus Edney. There's one. 111-107, a 4-point lead. Again, makes it a 2-possession game for Houston. And Tyus Edney gets 2 pressure free throws. And
everything after that is going to be a foul shot because the Kings won't shoot the ball again.
Got to go for 3 here, don't you?
Yes, you do.
So you can foul again on the next possession. Drexler on the drive, lays it up for 2, and he's fouled!
The old-fashioned way, Bill.
What a mistake by the Kings. Oh, they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that. So Clyde Drexler with a chance to get the Rockets back to within 2 points and allow the Rockets to foul with 16 seconds left to play. He's got to make it, though, and he does. By Drexler. Richmond comes out. He's got the ball and a foul whistle on Kenny Smith.
Rockets down to 30. Kenny Smith is 30.
That's 3 fouls on Kenny, and Mitch Richmond, who is an 86% free throw shooter, will go to the line, but he has missed 3 free throws tonight. Team Olajuwon now will check back into the game. Here they come, Richmond. Perfect.
He's not to be denied tonight. He's the man on the floor, Bill.
24 points in this quarter for Mitch Richmond, and he has tied the Summit scoring record, 46 points.
By an opponent.
By an opponent. One more free throw for Mitch Richmond. He got it, and it's a 4-point game.
There's the old ball game.
Well, Rudy's planned out the strategy, but there's the man right now, Mitch Richmond. And the Rockets will have 14.2. 114 to 110. Rockets trail by 4. Olajuwon tonight with 37 points. He's not having a bad night either. Drexler with 17, most all of those coming here in this quarter. All right, Ellie will bring it in. Sam Cassell drops it to Akeem. He'll fire it up. Missed it. And that should just about do it. 5 seconds left. Tyus Edney will dribble out the clock. And the Sacramento Kings have come into the Summit and defeated the Houston Rockets tonight. A payback time for Sacramento after losing by 40 points Wednesday night in Arco Arena. The Kings have come back to the Summit.